Khulu,
Yeah.
Studio State, a free space. It is so nice to have you here. In Tate Khulu.
Thank you to invite me. Yeah, it's very nice studio you have here.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Khulu, what's your name and your surname?
Yeah, my name is Khulu and I've got a middle name. It's
Yeah,
Isaac
Isaac
Maseko. That's my surname.
Maseko.
Yes.
And what does Khulu mean?
Khulu means grandpa.
Ah,
Actually, I've
because I
got
thought
a
Makulu or
yes.
Khulu, yeah.
There is another name that's behind that. That's for my grandfather's name.
Yeah.
So traditionally, my mother can't pronounce my she can't say my grandparents name.
Yeah.
So for her to call me, he has to use another name. That's why they call me Kulu.
No
But
way.
it's tradition. That's how it
She's
is.
not allowed
She's not
to
allowed to
call the
call
name of
of my grandfather.
your grandfather.
Yes.
And that's why she had to say Khulu.
Yes.
Because you cannot say Makulu or what?
No,
What is his?
let's make an example. Let's say my grandfather was Tebuo. But my mom can't say Tebuo to me.
Okay.
It's like disrespecting my grandfather,
Wow.
calling him by name.
I
So
understand.
they have to call me Kulu. That means grandpa.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Khulu, is both your parents Sotho?
No, my mom is Sotho. My father, it's Swati. But they they ran away from Swaziland in those days of Shaka, and they came to Mpumalanga. They came all the way up until they arrived in Bethlehem. Some of Masekos are in Lesotho. You
Okay.
find some in Raids. You find some everywhere. But the Maseko, they are Swazi.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
No,
I
they
thought
are Swazi.
Maseko is Sotho because I had a colleague here at Clarens Primary, me Maseko.
No, they are Swazi.
Very
But some
interesting.
of them, they will tell you they are Zulu. But
Okay.
originally they are Swati.
Yeah, and
Yes.
your mother, what was her maiden what is her maiden name?
Their surname is Mfukeng.
Okay.
Yes, they are Sotho.
Okay.
Yes.
How did your parents meet?
Honestly,
know?
I don't know. I don't
Are they
know.
still alive, Khulu?
Yeah, my father passed away when I was doing my matric in 1998.
I'm sorry.
Yes, my mom's still okay. She stayed in Kwakwa. She's still alive.
And where did you grow up as a boy? Where were you born?
I was born in Bethlehem on the farms somewhere there. Then when I think I was about 8 months, then they have to move to another farm. That's where I grew up. That's where I went to school, to the other farm, because on the farm that we were staying,
There was not a school.
There was no other school. So I had to go to the other farm, it was called Sub A,
Yeah.
Sub B, Standard 1.
You're giving away your age now. Can you remember the farm's name where you grew up?
Yes,
Which farm?
it's Nazareth
Nazareth.
in Bethlehem as you go to Raid side.
On the way to Rights.
Yes, I went to school at Tweelenskop.
Tweelingskop.
Yes.
That's so interesting.
Yes, then from Sub A up to Standard 2. Then I went to Trentham Farm
Yes.
to do the Standard 3 and Standard 4. Then I went to Peter's Flay,
Yeah.
another farm that was far away from where I was staying, to do Standard 5. Yes, it was far. I had to move, I think it was 7 kilos to 10 kilos just to go there.
Did you walk?
Yes, we had to walk. We had to walk just to go there and then to come back another 7 kilos
Sure.
every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
cool.
It
So
was
you were
hard.
fit. It was hard.
Yeah.
Did you think as a child it's hard?
Yes, but sometimes you don't have a choice. You have to do it because sometimes you want to achieve what other people achieve. If I'm doing standard 2 and my brothers are doing standard 5, I want to be there. I want to feel what they are feeling there. Even though I remember one day my father bought a bicycle for my big brother.
Wow.
The one that I was coming after.
Okay.
And then, because they were going to Peter's Flay farm, that far
Yeah,
school.
the far one.
When I was supposed to take up the bicycle broke. I had to walk.
Oh, no.
And we were not allowed to ride that bicycle because it's a bicycle for school. So, but when I was supposed to take up the bicycle broke and nobody wants to mend it.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Khulu, that thing of seeing something and wanting to live up to it. Do you think everybody had it? Or is it something you as a unique individual had?
I think everyone has it. It's just that sometimes I believe if someone doesn't have an opportunity to achieve that he was dreaming about, that's sad to him. And then
The opportunity brings the thing like,
yes,
it's not.
yes.
I leave
But
it.
some of the people, they just leave. Honestly, they just leave. But I don't believe that there is people who doesn't dream, people who doesn't have dreams. Everyone wants to achieve
Absolutely.
beautiful things.
I
But
think some know maybe
yes,
that you have to put in hard work
Yes.
because they were taught that, or they
Yes.
maybe come from a house where it's taught, and others don't know that it doesn't fall from the sky. Don't know. What do you think?
it's about support system. If I just want to make you an example. When I was doing my grade 12, yes, when I was doing my grade 12, my father had cows. His cattle, I think there were 6 or 7. And then I asked him before he passed away, I asked him, can we sell some of the cars so that I can go to university? He said, no. He said, no ways, these are my cows. Never. You have to work for your own so that you can do whatever you want to do with them. I was angry at that time, but when the times goes by, I took it as a lesson.
You understood.
Yes, I understood. Maybe he didn't mean it the way he meant it. He was just teaching me to stand up for myself. You have to do your own things. You don't have to always
Get it easy.
Get it easy. That's how I understand it.
Absolutely. That's a
Yes.
big theme for me as Kate Rock, as an artist, is that you can easily judge, but we have so much coming, generational things and things that you think, I'm good at it because I think like this or that, but people taught you that. You know, you come
Yes.
from homes where, that is a profound memory for you,
Yeah.
where somebody gave you actually a life lesson that you could take with.
Yes. Yeah, but sometimes and my father, he used to drink a lot, but exactly, that's when, what I say, you choose what you want in life. To be honest, you choose, and then you take whatever comes. You take the right things. You take what you like. That's life.
Yeah.
So if I don't believe this thing of my father was abusing my wife, my mother, then I have to abuse my wife. It's not like that. If your father was abusing your mother, then you have to choose not to, because you know that is wrong.
Change that pattern.
Change the pattern.
Yeah.
So I went to school in that Peter's Flay, then I passed my standard 5. I went to Kwakwa to live with my sister to do standard 6. That's when the grade starts.
Okay.
That's when the grade started. It was grade 8. Yes, it was grade 8.
8.
Yes, then I passed very well. I remember when I was doing grade 11, yes, I used to teach the class when I was revising.
Amazing.
Yeah, I used to teach mathematics and accounting while I was
Khulu the
revising.
leader.
Honestly,
Were you head boy?
not really.
Not really, but
no.
you were also.
Not really. The head boy at that time, I was thin. I was a thin little boy at that time. So there were big guys at school at that time. People were allowed to go to school while they were 27, 29. So there were big boys. Yes.
Meaning old.
Yes,
older.
old.
Sure.
I remember when we were doing grade 11, there was a big guy. I used to sit with him on the bench. When we were writing exam, he said, you are going to write my exam before you write yours. We were writing mathematics. I said, you can't do that to me. I said, no. He said, no, I can't do it because I don't know mathematics.
Sure.
I'm not gonna fail because
Oh, shame.
I'm getting older.
Did you do it, Khulu?
I had to. I wrote his exam. I wrote it quickly and then I give it to him. And then I had to start mine. When I look at the time, I was left with only 45 minutes.
It's such a beautiful story, also sad. It
was
makes
sad.
me sad in my heart that
I had to write mine and I had to pass because if I fail that time, what is going to happen?
You know, Khulu, I'm just going to jump to something political.
Yes.
You grew up in the apartheid.
Yeah.
You were born.
I was born in 1979.
And it's tough times, but it takes me back in my mind that it's part of that thing, like you said, if you grew up and your mother abused, you know, or your father abused this one, you must change the pattern. And I think it's so important in our conversations as a rainbow nation is to hear stories from each other's backgrounds.
Yes.
Because it gives you so much perspective to understand there was a guy at 29 that had to do matric, you know,
Yes.
and there's so much more to our stories in our country. And I want to ask you about this. Was it difficult growing up in the era of apartheid? Did you understand it politically, or was it just life?
Honestly, it was difficult. I don't want to lie.
Yeah.
Because I was living in a farm. At a farm, it was worse. It was very worse because you see people are working, but you don't see where their money goes. You see them working very hard, but when you ask them, how much exactly are you getting for this kind of work you're doing? They will say we are getting 300 rand a month. My father was getting 600 rand a month, and we were 6 at home. And you were not allowed to ask why.
Were you not allowed to ask why? Could you as a family talk about this and say, this is unfair, what is going on? Were there
then the way apartheid
like
it
that?
was, when you ask things, they manipulated the brain.
Yeah.
If you are asking things inside the house, your father will tell you, now you're coming with nonsense. You don't ask those questions here. You are coming to be. There is no politics here. You don't ask those questions because they don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
Because
scared of the truth.
They're scared of the truth.
Because it's not right.
It's not right.
What's happening is not right.
Yes. And apart from getting whatever they were getting, because if you're working, it's a service and a payment. It's like that. It's a transaction thing. If you agreed to work for 600, you agreed.
Then you cannot moan about it. Yeah.
You cannot moan about that. That's I understand. But the treatment, yes, it was bad.
That came with it.
It came with it. It was bad. And you are at a farm. At a farm, to go to town, it's about 40 kilometers to go there. You can't just walk there. To get a lift from the main road, it's about 15 kilos. You can't just walk there. Even if you want to report something, you can't just, you are stuck there. You are stuck. Even, I remember that there was this half thing for the bicycles. If you don't have a half for a bicycle, then you're going to arrest
Then you cannot.
You have to
have a paper to drive a bicycle.
You have to pay for the half for the dogs. The dogs, you have to pay for them. If I remember, we used to hide our dogs on the land somewhere when the policemen are coming.
Crazy, Khulu, and I'm thinking 30 years later in democracy, what's your opinion on people still having really bad lives in South Africa? Why is there not a bigger, faster change? Just your opinion. That there's still children that I meet on the road to the farm that has to walk from 4 o'clock in the morning to a school. Why?
No, it's on the farm. I understand you are stuck there. There's nothing you can do. You are stuck there. It's either you want, and I used to give them a lift here because I know how it feels like.
Exactly.
Because I was there, I know. And then I remember one day I asked one of the guys, why are you going to school? What do you want to achieve? Why? Why? Are you just pushing the time so that you can grow up and then you can go back to the farm and work?
Yeah.
Why? Why? He said, no, I want to learn some. But what? You know your father is earning 3,000 rand now. He's earning more than 3,000 rand, 3,500 rand, and you are 6 at home. What are you expecting? Are you expecting your father to pay for your university? And what are you doing about that? With that money, what are you doing about that? If you are not, the bursary thing, if you are not passing well at school, then you're not going to get a bursary. Then you are living at a farm. Your father won't pay for your studies.
Absolutely.
You are stuck there.
And it's such a vicious cycle.
Yes.
Because coming from a poor home, children don't have the opportunity to study as hard, because you go back and you fetch wood. You don't sit behind a desk.
Yes.
So it's such a bad cycle.
That is bad. It's very bad. I remember while I was at school, we had to milk the cows coming from school. You walk 2 hours, 3 hours from school. You come home, you've got a homework. You have to go and fetch the cows, come milk them. Then you go to do your homework. Without the electricity,
absolutely,
with the lamp. It was
crazy.
Hard.
These
it was
things.
Crazy. Now it's better because they've got the scholar transport. I also tell them.
So you think it improves?
It is improving, but the thing with the scholar transport, they can't just go inside the farms. They are just on the main road. You've got the other farms from far away. Those children are walking from there to the main road. And they walk from 5 o'clock. They have to be there at 7. They are tired. 2 hours walking. They are going to school. After school, they drop them there. They arrive at home at 5. They have to go and fetch the wood. It's 7 o'clock.
Do you draw that link to corruption? Because the moment I see that in 30 years of democracy in a rich country, I'm like getting angry. It shouldn't be like this anymore.
It is corruption. You look at this scholar transport, especially this road, man, they can do better.
Should be better.
The taxi that they gave the tender to collect it always is broken the road. But That guy has new taxis that he can put it in there.
No, Khulu, so many things.
It's bad.
What did you want to study?
I wanted to be accountant.
Accountant?
Yeah, I wanted to be an accountant.
And you couldn't go and study?
I couldn't.
So what happened after that?
When I was doing matric, that lady who were living at a farm, she took me to Val Triangle Technicon.
Yeah?
Yes. Let's see. I went there before I read my matric. It was in October somewhere. Yes, it was in October. I went there and then she said, I want to see whether you can go inside the Technicon. It was a Technicon. So they gave me a test. I passed the test. And then the lady said, Mona, we want you here next year because you are so good. I said, it's fine, but I don't think it's going to be possible, guys. If you can give me money, I can be here.
Yeah.
If you can give me money, I'll be here. And it was nice to feel that you can do something.
You can do it.
Yes.
Yeah, they want you there.
But the other way, I was very angry. Because on the road coming back home, I asked this lady, okay, we came here and I see, and then you see the results. I've got a student number at that time before they opened the Technicon. I've got a student number. I just need the money to register. And then I asked her, can you give me that money? He said, no, I don't have that money. I said, why did you put me here? Why did you take me there? What do you want to achieve doing that? Why? Do you want to just let me taste that
thing that I cannot have?
I cannot have, but it's
a sad story,
but
Khulu.
It's fine.
But what happened to your life then? Couldn't study?
I couldn't study.
What did you do?
I couldn't study. After that, after I passed my matric, I passed the matric with an exemption. It was very hard because my father just died in October. No, in August. In October, I had to write the exams. And at school, I was teaching the children. It was a frustration. I couldn't fail. Honestly, I couldn't fail at that time. I couldn't fail. I had to make sure that I passed because I was gonna be a laugh stock.
Amazing. I
Yes.
hear you.
But after that, after the matric, I went back to the farm. I
Worked on the farm?
I work a little bit here and there. I said, no, I can't work here. I went to the other farm. I was I was giving the chicken food every day. And then the guy was giving me a 10 rand a day. After work, he gave me 10 rand. I took it home. I was having a save like this. I put those 10 rands in there. And then they were doing 1,800 or something. I went to Klerksdorp. I went to Klerksdorp to do the security studies. And then I passed that study security thing. I've got a certificate for it. I went to look for a job. When I went there, there was another company. They had a space for me because there was a guy who was attacked last night. They said, "Mana, we want someone to fit in there." I saw the guy. He was blue-eyed.
Oh, no.
I said, "Okay." It seems as I forgot my ID. I'll be back just now. I'm going to collect my ID. When I go out, I said, "No ways. This is not me. I'm not going to
I don't want to be blue-eyed.
Never. I'm not going back there." I just went in town looking for a job. And then there was this company, they were doing canopies. They were doing things with fiberglass.
Yeah.
And then I was going there, and then the guy said, "Okay, you want a job?" I said, "Yes." He asked me, "What can you do?" I said, I can't do anything." "Can you speak Afrikaans?" I said, "No, I can't speak Afrikaans. I didn't do Afrikaans at school." He said, "Okay, now how are you going to work here?" I said, "I'm working with my hands. We are communicating now. You can hear me, I can hear you. So what's the problem?" He said, "Okay." I said, "Oh, no, with all your due respect, language doesn't work unless you are teaching people. I'm working with my hands, and if we understand each other, then there is no problem.
Yes.
What I need now is an opportunity to start something, to start working. I don't know anything about this company of yours, but
I'll learn.
I'm a fast learner. That's what I know."
Yeah.
He said, "Okay, that's fine. I'm just taking you because you're talking too much." That's fine. That's fine. And then he said, "I'm going to be a steer boy. I have to make tea or coffee for the people who are working at the company."
Oh, that's how you started.
"And clean the company.
Yeah.
And at 9 o'clock in the morning, I have to take pen and paper and write what you want. I want milk. I want chocolate. I want what. And then they give you money. You have to write down, this one give me 50 rand, this one give me 100 rand, this one."
Go to the shop,
Go
get
to the
it,
shop.
bring the change.
Bring the change, and then make sure the change is right.
It's like an accountant.
Yes.
Cool.
Then you have to sweep the floor But I was looking what they were doing there. And I spoke to the other guys. I said, "Guys, I can't just come from Free State, come here to sweep the floors."
Where was that? In what
In
town?
Klerksdorp.
Okay.
So they taught me how to do the things. I can make a canopy. I can do anything.
Wow.
So they taught me, and then I remember one day there was an order of the grass duck thing. They put it on top of the roof of this grass roof. The guy took the guys to Potchefstroom. No one was there. It was only me. And then he was frustrated because he's got the order, and then they want that order tomorrow. I asked him, "What is the problem?" He said, "I've got an order, but I don't have anyone here." I said, "Bring the order. I'll do it."
Wow.
He said, "Never." I said, "Bring me."
Let me show you.
Let me show you. He said, "Okay, if you mess it up, I'm going to fire you." I said, "It's fine. You can fire me if I mess it up. But let's make a deal. If I made it right, I need an increase."
I like you, Khulu.
He said, "Okay, that's fine. We've got a deal." He gave me the order, and then he just go. I made everything right, and then when they come back at night, they were looking at them and said, He asked me, who teach you to do that? I said, I told you I'm a fast learner.
Yes.
I just can't come from Bethlehem, come to Klerksdorp to sweep the floor. Never.
Absolutely.
Never.
And then he upped you.
Upped me.
Amazing.
So at that time, I forgot about study. I hated to study from the day I came back to school at Matric. To be honestly, I was very angry because I couldn't do anything with the
papers.
With the papers.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
So why?
So I had to shift my imagination to work with my hands.
Your mindset into
Yes.
working
Yes.
and
I volunteered to the other guy. After work from that guy, I went to the panel beater in location. There was a guy who had a panel beater there. I asked him, teach me how to do this. Don't pay me. Just don't pay me. Teach me how to panel beat the car, how to spray, how to sand the body filler. He taught me everything.
wow, Khulu, because you realized the value of skill.
Yes.
Absolutely. Get me to Clarens. How did you end up here being?
Yes. I was a panel beater in Bethlehem.
Yeah.
On the plots as you go to Polru.
Yeah.
Edin plot. So I was a panel beater there. Then there was a guy here in Clarens and the Vim. He used
Vim.
to, yes, Vim. So he knew someone who I panel beat the buggy for him, and that gave him the buggy needs to be panel beated. So the guy called me, said, "Man, I've got your job in Clarens." I said, "Okay, it's fine." We came here on the weekend. I panel beat the car, and the driver was looking at me, said, "Man, you can't do everything alone." I said, "That's how I do it. That's my work. I do this every day at my work." He said, "No, my guy, my son is coming back from England. He's gonna stay here, so he needs someone to work with." I asked him, "What is he doing?" He's doing kitchens. And then I have no idea about the kitchens. I said, "Okay, but if he's going to teach me, then I'm willing
I'm a
to."
fast learner.
Yes, I'll learn. Then we have an agreement. Then the guy come. His name is Wilbert.
Yeah.
Yes, when he came,
What year was that about?
it was 2007.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I met in the Devim in 2006 towards December. Then in 2007, Wilbert came from England. Then I met him. We agreed. I came into Clarens.
You worked with him and you got your
Yes.
skill.
I used to watch him, and then he went angry sometimes. He said, "Why are you looking at me? Why can't you do something?" I said, "I want to see how you do these things." I remember one day when I was understanding what he was doing, he made a mistake. I said, "No, this is not going to work because you made a mistake. This cupboard is going to be bigger than the way we did it." He said, "No ways." I said, "I'm telling you." Then we put the cupboard in, it was big. I said, "I told you."
Oh, stunning.
I told you. So the thing is, if you are willing to do something, you can do it.
Definitely. So how did it go from working with him
Yes,
to being
in
an owner of a
2011,
business?
in 2011, he has to move to Nice now. And then he asked me to move with him. I said, "I can't go there. It's too far from here. It's too far from my family." And then he gave me all the tools.
Amazing.
He organized the clients for me.
Wow.
He made sure that people trust me.
Wow.
I love the guy. Honestly, I love him.
I believe you.
He's the one who made me to be here.
You're the one that made you to be here, but he was a profound part of your story.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
Khulu, since the day I met you, it's just amazing your positivity, your vibe, your energy. That's also something you have to give yourself credit for, because you could have been like, "I can't do it," and and you could have been the person where others don't trust and they don't want
Yes.
to trust you in their homes or whatever. Khulu, are you married?
Yes.
How many children?
Okay.
Are you still married?
No, with the children, I've got 3 children. And each child has his own mother.
Okay.
Yes. But I've got this last one I'm married to. I met this one, the first one, in Klerksdorp.
Okay.
That's when I've got my son. I've got the second born. I met her in Raids.
Okay.
Yes, but things didn't work well.
I understand.
Yes. So I've got this one I'm staying with.
Married?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a relationship with all three of your children? If I may
Yes.
ask.
Yes.
Wonderful. Tell me
Yes.
their names. How old are they?
My older son is Mpho, but they call him Kokezo at mom's place.
Okay.
Yes, it's Mpho. Then the second born is Busi.
Busi.
Then the third one is Buhle.
Buhle. How
Yeah.
old is Buhle?
Buhle is 15.
15. Busi?
Yes. Busi is 18.
18.
Yes.
Mpo has got a degree.
Yes, he's got a degree.
Yeah.
He's got a degree in chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering.
Yeah.
Amazing. Khulu, has he started working?
Now he's got an internship at CSIR. I'm not sure whether should I pronounce that, but he's got an internship there. Things are going well for him, honestly.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Khulu, what an amazing story. And
I always tell him, you've got to love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing, then there's no point of doing it.
Absolutely. And I think it's so important that fathers have a say and a relationship with their children, because that's again that thing. It's where you learn. It's where you want to make somebody proud.
Yes,
and you know.
Honestly.
So Khulu, you opened a shop. Not only have you done 1,000 million kitchens and cupboards in Clarens, you're a fitter, that you still do.
Yes.
You're still a fitter, kitchens, cupboards, and you've opened a shop.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
With the shop, I was just testing. And honestly, I was bored at home, to be honest. I was bored on the weekends, on the holidays. And I remember...
I thought you were going to rest because you never rest.
No.
And then...
honestly, when I'm not doing anything, I get sick. To be honest, I get sick. I get too much tired, and then if I'm too tired, I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep.
Amazing. So you made some cupboards to sell.
Yes, I spoke to Bruce Marks one day. It's a long time ago. I said, maybe if I can open the shop somewhere, it's gonna work. He said, it's fine. It's gonna work. He was always encouraging me to open the shop, but in my mind, I said, it's just a dream. It won't happen because the shops are expensive. There is no space to work. It's just...
all those things. And now you've got Khulu's creation.
I've got Khulu's creation.
Yeah, another
and then
dream
it's going
that came
well,
true.
honestly.
Khulu, what do you love about Clarens and the community here?
Clarens is beautiful. Clarens is beautiful. I love Clarens. The day I came here, it's beautiful, but Clarens is expensive. And if you don't have money, it's just Clarens. It's just Clarens, especially in the people who are living in the location. It's just Clarens. It's going home, back to work. It's going home, back to work. It's like that.
How can we change it? Yeah.
There is opportunities in Clarens if people can just know and love what they are doing. People here, they are very talented. I'm telling you, they are very talented. They can do whatever. There is a guy who can build a house up until he can do the cupboards. But because they want to be paid at the end of the month. That's the problem.
I hear you. Take
just
that
to get
leap
the salary.
of faith. Yeah.
Yes, they don't want to challenge themselves to the point where they can do their own thing. That's the problem here.
Do you think South Africa has got a bright future? Tell me.
I don't think so.
No, Khulu, you're a positive.
No, honestly.
No, you're an optimist. Tell me. What can we do?
It's my opinion.
Yeah,
with
I
my
understand.
opinion, I hate politics. Honestly, I hate politics.
I know you do. Yeah.
With this, we are not going anywhere.
So what can we do? I love my country. You love your country. We love Clarens. We've got an amazing community. What can we on the ground? What do you think? When you lie in bed, what do you think? What can we do?
The problem is, people are stereotyped. I can't do anything by my own. You can't do anything by your own. But if people can come together and say, we don't want this is wrong. People are bigger enough to see what is wrong and to see what is not wrong. It's
Let me
bad.
ask you this. In town, there's WhatsApp groups, forums, community forums, tourist forums. Like if something's wrong, it's there's communication, people get it fixed. Is that the same in Botswana, in Kanana, in why not? Khulu, can I ask you, why are you not the leader, the head boy, getting WhatsApp groups together?
No.
Because I feel that we need that there as well, where people know there's groups, this is wrong, this is where we want to go,
Let me tell
this
you,
is the vision.
Let me tell you about something. I'm sorry to say that because it's bad.
Just be honest, and it's not bad.
I'm being honest. It's bad. It's bad because I believe what went wrong, to be honest with South Africa, it's everything is going to be free. That's went wrong.
Definitely.
Because in location, there are some people who are paying rent. There are some people who can't afford to pay rent. And when something goes wrong, let's make an example of the sewage. If sewage bursts there, yes, it will take a week or 2 weeks for them to fix that. But if something happens in town, a sewage burst, it's going to be done now.
Yeah. So that's why I want to ask you.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's because in town people are paying rent properly.
Yes.
People are paying rent properly, and that's why I'm saying.
And if the sewage or the water is bad, it affects the tourist. It affects the income of the town. It's a directly affected.
Exactly what I'm saying. But people in location also, they are people.
Definitely.
They are essential needs
and
that we can't ignore.
Yeah. But I feel they have to start standing up for themselves.
The same as ESCOM.
And we have to help.
The same as ESCOM.
Yeah.
If the power cuts in location, you call a ESCOM, they will take you to Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein take you to Bethlehem. Bethlehem, they will tell you they are busy. They are not going to come today. They will come tomorrow. Tomorrow, they are not coming. They will take the whole week. But the same thing happens in town. Men, now they are here.
And can I tell you what I
think?
But
I don't understand why. But sometimes it clicks in my mind saying that, okay, it might be a community thing.
I tell you, when an individual phones, I see it on the farm. It can be off for a week.
Yes.
If an individual phones, and that's why community is so important, and that's why I want somebody to start WhatsApp groups, because one person knows another person knows something there, and because of this force, it's like teamwork. You cannot scrum the rugby one, but because it's a team, people have different influence, and it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger, and that's why somewhere along the lines somebody gets something right, and it's community.
No, I understand that, but with the municipality thing, it's crazy. There is municipal workers who are staying in location. They pass that sewage. The sewage is in his house. They pass that sewage. They're going to work. They don't fix that. They've got the materials at work. They don't fix that. I don't understand how it works sometimes.
Absolutely. And I feel...
And he's coming from work at night. The same thing is still there. He's the one who's supposed to fix that, but he leaves it.
And he leaves it.
Oh, man.
Khulu, we can talk about this, and that's why I love you, because I can speak to you, and we can be honest, and we can have hard conversations,
with politics things. I don't see South Africa going anywhere, honestly.
But what I want to say, and we can go into that when we visit each other. But Khulu, we need community to stand together, the same in the township as in the town, where they say, we will not go to work.
Yes.
If this, and also in a positive way.
Yes.
We must respect our jobs. Do that faster. Let me go to the municipality work. Do it fast. Come back for this one. If there's not people that's efficient in the municipality, people must pressure to get that job. Because let me tell you, and I can be politically incorrect or whatever, I don't also care. As a South African, we have to talk. But the future... The minority white people can vote whatever they want. But it must come from our Sothos and that pressure, and they must start to say, no more. And they have to also say, it's strong. We have to do things in our own hands.
Yes.
That's something that I want the township to start to realize. We must also make forums. We must also take things in our hands, respect ourselves, get our streets and our places better. And then the other community is it's gonna be even, we're gonna form one part, because we're gonna see you don't just want, you also give. And then, I really believe it can help.
That's where the freebies, the free things corrupt our people, our minds. Because you can't complain about something that you were given for free. You were given for free. They give you a house, you didn't pay for it. They give you electricity, they give you water, they give you everything.
So true.
For free.
Yeah.
And when things goes wrong there, what are you gonna do? It's for free. You can't even. I don't understand. You can't even fix the problem. You just want to go and complain about the problem.
Absolutely.
That's where the system
is corrupt.
Is corrupt.
Yeah. And that's where we need leaders like you to say, come young people, let's get spades. We're going to do half and we're going to make sure they come and do the other half. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we need you, Khulu.
Sometimes I understand. There is some people who doesn't have anything, who can't even afford to buy a brick or something. But I understand that. They have to give them something. You can't just leave people like that and then expect them to leave. If you are there and then being elected, just do your job.
Just do your job.
Just do your job.
Do it quickly. Do it passionately, so that you can do three and not just one job.
Yes.
And that's also the problem with
the communication thing is
the municipality.
Well, you see now we are going to vote again. You'll see them.
Come on, Khulu. Drive around with your bakkie and tune the people.
No, the people will laugh at me. They know their people. They know their people. And these politics, they know how to manipulate people.
Okay, but I will vote Khulu for president. Change something. Khulu, we've reached the end of our podcast, and there's so many questions still that I wanted to ask you and whatever.
Yeah.
But most importantly, as I said, this podcast is about community. It's about hearing each other's stories, knowing each other's backgrounds. And thank you also as a friend that we can have discussions and that we can delve deep into things, and that you are a positive, optimistic businessman in Clarens. I respect you, and I respect the way that you go about things.
Thank you.
You're such advantage in our community. So at the end, do you still see the positive thing about Clarens and community, and how much it's different than other towns? There's so much more that's happening that's better. You know, I know it's not enough yet.
Yes.
But do you agree that a lot is happening and there's beautiful relationships in this town?
To be honest, Clarens, it's better than most of the towns here in Free State. Maybe some of the towns in South Africa.
In the country.
Yes. And there is work. If you want work, there is work in Clarens. There is opportunities. If you want to do something on your own, there is opportunities. It's just that when you want to do something, you have to love what you're doing. Get into it.
Passionately. With everything.
Yes. Once you got the opportunity, just go for it.
Go for it with everything. If there is a message that you could give to the community, what would you like to tell the community of Clarens?
I will tell them to work together. Don't be used by someone, because these politics are using them for their vote and then leave them like that.
Absolutely.
They have to get together, and then when they are together, they can do more. They can even chase the politician that they vote, because if he doesn't do the job, they must chase him away. They've got the right to do that. But
absolutely,
they must get together, work together. the opportunities are here.
To make that
Yes.
that team strong and the voice stronger.
Yes.
And don't you want to
Yes.
go into politics?
No ways.
I hate politics.
No, I hate
Kulu
politics.
says. Kulu,
Never.
where do you go that's a free space? Since we are Studio State, a free space, what is a free space for you? In your mind, or a place that you go on vacation? What is, if you think a free space, what is it
On
for
the mountain. When hiking on the mountains there, and then sitting, there is a seat on top of the
I
mountain.
know.
Jeez, that's
you? I know
beautiful.
that, that space, that free space.
Alone. I used to hike alone. Sitting there alone, it's beautiful. I like to clear my mind. When you are hiking, you are clearing your mind. You are, how can I say it? Thinking about what you can do, thinking about what you can achieve, what you went wrong, how can you fix that, things like that.
Yeah, a critical thinker, Khulu, and that, I think that's why you're such an incredible person, because you think back, you think, how can you change it, how can you make it better? That's why your work is immaculate.
Yeah.
Your being is such a profound being. It's someone to look up to. And I didn't even know that you like hiking, but now I know.
Yeah.
Where that seed and that thinking comes from a good place. Khulu, thank you.
Thank you
for
very
who
much.
you are in our community. May Khulu's creation,
Yeah,
may
people
that
must come
shop
to buy.
do well. People must come to buy. And we
Thank
love
you very
you.
much.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you for coming to the
Thank you
studio.
very much to
Khulu.
invite me. Thank you.